Well, hi and welcome to my shop, and thanks for joining me here today. I'm going to be doing hopefully the final alignment on this radio. I actually finish it off today. That's what I'm hoping will happen. But first I'm going to start out by talking about this thing. Now in the last video I yanked this out at one point out of an outlet and a lot of noise disappeared from the radio. This guy is a major noise producer. And then I talked about it, fooled me. It feels like it's a transformer because it's pretty heavy. And it's big, but it sounds like one of those switching power supplies. So I don't really get it, but look, it's not whatever it was powering, it's not powering now, it's right here, you're seeing it. Guess what this was powering? The camera you're looking through. Huh? The camera you're looking through is powered by this. I've got it in my hands, you're still looking through the camera. I discovered this thing is powering a little USB splitter. I discovered you don't even need this. There's enough USB power coming from the computer through the splitter to drive my camera. I have two cameras plugged into the splitter. This thing is superfluous. So I've had this noise-making monster in my shop all this time. Completely unnecessary. Oh my gosh. There you go. But that's good. This is good. This is a move forward. I just wish I had made the move much earlier. Now, numerous times I've gone hunting for these kinds of noise sources. I get my AM radio out. A couple of you have sent me emails. You know, watch this guy do it in his house and all that. And basically what I end up determining is an awful lot of the noise is just right in the power system of my house, flowing around on the power wires, and it's just everywhere. So how it gets in there, probably injected into the wiring of my house by things like switching power supplies and stuff like that. Anyway, the good news is I got rid of a fair bit of it. Now, first problem we got to deal with this radio before trying an alignment is sorting out what has happened to the pointer on it. I think I'll just bring over the close-up camera here. Okay, let's see what we can figure out about this pointer before we start taking action on it. Now, clearly it's bent on an angle, and I gotta guess because it's either in the wrong spot on the string or the string moves farther than intended. It's got to be on the wrong spot. It disappears right up behind here, right there. In fact, that's the end of the run right there. Now, it's possible in some of these radios to slip the string through the pointer at the end here. Most of them won't do that. Most of them, the string is going to slip on the thing I'm turning here on the knob. And also, oh, that's really odd. It sits there, and then it can turn back quite a distance before it starts moving. Don't know what to make of that. And then down at the other end here, it stops here. And I can look at the capacitor. The capacitor is closed. So it's not going any further on here. This is a single string radio, and the string, of course, is fixed ends on the wheel. What I'm talking about here. Fixed ends on the wheel. So other than a bit of stretch in the spring there's no slipping. That string looks really great. I wonder if it got replaced. Two pulleys down there. I really felt it was necessary for two. That one string's not in the pulley, is it? Now, where's the pointer? Is the pointer accessible from... See, it's inside the container here, but what's also inside the, I call it a container, the face plate container is a bunch of radioactive dust. The pointer's actually in this lower area. And it's actually more open. Let me pull the pointer all the way down towards where the camera is. You see it moving there? There's the pointer. There it is. You can see it down there now. So what I'm trying to figure out is the how they've got it attached. Well, I think I saw it there. Unfortunately, I got autofocus. Let me switch to manual focus and I get a little more control on what the camera's looking at here. Just bear with me 1 second. Okay, 3 seconds. Oh, okay, 5 seconds. I wanted to get it down in this range here, I think. Let's see. There's the slide. There's the string. Which part is bent? Oh. What's this? This goes. Oh, it goes up from down here. So this is underneath, basically going up. Yeah, of course, the pointer goes up from below. It's yeah, if you look close, you can see that there's actually the paint stops up and the metal keeps going, but the top there's nothing up at the top. Come on, camera. It's me. It's me. No autofocus. Well, maybe at the other end we can get more at it. Let me zoom it down to the other end here. Oh, a lot more space in here. Oh, I can see it with my eyes even. Okay, I think we can probably fiddle with this. So it looks like it's not glued, and it also looks like the grips are not pushed down on it. So it looks like all that's holding this pointer is just the force of the string against those clips. It's not that they're clamped down. Okay, so it looks like there's a way to move this. Sure, this can be moved. Okay, now, moved where? I mean, roughly we know what should happen. It's it needs to be bent straight, and that's one step. Bend it straight. Now, is there a hint here somewhere as to where the pointer should be at its extreme? Occasionally they put very subtle little dots and little dashes or marks. It's going to be at either end where the capacitor is wide open or closed tight. Absolutely nothing. So another possibility is it's just this edge here, just the edge, the metal edge is what you line it up against, and it might be line it up this side or the other side. So that's 550, 530. Would that be right at this edge? Or I think it goes up to 1610, so this would be, that's almost 17, I think, right at that edge. It's not 1610. No hints here as to how to do this. So I'm going to stop for a minute. I'm going to read through the manual very, very carefully and see if there isn't a subtle statement made somewhere about how to do this before I just make my own decision. Okay, so there is zero information that I can find on where this pointer is supposed to go, so I'm going to have to make this one up. So the range of the radio, according to the information, is 530 to 1610. Now, does that mean the capacitor is closed at 530 and wide open at 1610? Well, there's a chance. Probably not. If I were to design a radio and I wanted it to pick up 530 and have it not go crazy on the dial, like 550 is here and 530 is way over here, then I would allow some overage. So the radio actually tunes past 530. When you get to the end of the capacitor run, either fully closed or fully open, funny things can happen right at the very end there. So that would tell me that 530 would be in the part of the dial where the pointer can still move. I can't even get there. The pointer would move further. So another way here is figure out what this edge is, and what would I do with that? I wasn't going anywhere with that thought. Maybe the first step is to try to slide the pointer, line it up with the edge when the capacitor is closed, and then kind of see where it is. Yeah, let's do that. Actually, the very first step is to straighten this guy up. Straightening him up. That's easier said than done. Depends where the bend is. So this is made, the piece of metal coming out, and then it's bent up. My finger won't do it. So it's bent over. I'll bet you the twist is down in here. I can access this part and get a tool on it, bend it back. That's my plan. That's my plan. Let's see if that can any way work. So I'm going to try to bend it there. I should try moving it further over. Okay, oh boy, how am I even going to get a tool in there? Let's just try this. When you try things, it enables your mind to work more on the problem. If you've actually tried it. Yeah, my mind is working on this problem. Oh my gosh, my whole concept is crap. How am I ever going to bend that thing back? Maybe never. And also, when bending pieces of metal, you know, you can only bend them so many times, especially if they're steel, and then it breaks off. Now, I'm sure I'm not near that limit, but is there any way to get better access without getting inside here, where the atomic dust is? Okay, the first thing I think then is we'll just get the thing in the right position. And this is not an accurate dial anyway. Even though, I mean, the pointer's on an angle that's ugly. This is a beautiful looking radio, and I'd like it to look great. Getting that straight is worthwhile. But it's not worth risking the entire radio. You know, another way would be to somehow get a poker in there and just catch the top of the pointer and just push it back. That's the wrong area. It's got to kind of. Oh my God! I got real access to it. Hey, up here. There we are. It's right there. Easy access. Oh, no problem. Holy smokes. There it is, you know, the solution staring you in the face. Staring me in the face. Okay, now this is easy to bend back. And you know what else? It's not only is it just bent over, it's been pushed over and bent. So it needs to be realigned this way and then this way. Okay, first way. Just knock my glasses off here. Somehow stabilize the base part while I apply pressure. I don't think I'm going to get it here. Let's try this. Too big. No, if anything, I went too far. Don't go back too much. Let's check that out. What's that look like now? Oh man, straight as an arrow. Okay, now what about its position? This may not have been quite the problem I thought it was. Let's take a look. Now that's the end of the run right there. Right on the money. But if I turn this hard, I'll end up bending it again. It really does suggest it's just too far to the right. I wouldn't think they would design this so there's a risk of bending a weak pointer. And that's the end of the run there, and the capacitor is slammed shut, so definitely in the wrong spot. Okay, there's a trick to moving these things under these circumstances, which I'm going to try to show you because it's counterintuitive. It certainly was for me. I need the pointer. It's all the way down. That's as far as it's coming. Yikes. So the trick here is, you see, I want to move this thing towards me. I want to move it this way. And you might think you want to grab the string on the far side to stabilize the string while you pull against it. But in fact, it's the other way around. You grab the string you're pulling towards, and then when you push on the dial pointer, the slack develops in the string and it'll slide through there. That's the theory. So I need a pair of pliers to stabilize the string anywhere in here, and then something to push on that. Probably really a flat screwdriver just pushing on it. Okay, so trying to get this on camera is going to be really pretty darn difficult. I don't think I can get a detailed look at this, so you're going to have to watch from my shoulder here, I think. See if we can do this. Now how far? Well, these things are usually pretty, I want to use a fairly stiff, strong screwdriver here. Come on. There we are. So we want to grab the string. And can I get in with this? Get on it. Oh, from underneath, Jim. Underneath. I heard you. Underneath, quickly, underneath. This will be easy. Easy. Okay, so the string's not down here, but I'm going to grab that string from above. Oh, this was inspected by 229 rather. Mr. 229 inspected this thing. Okay, trying to grab the string here in such a way that I want to. Okay, so I got a hold of the string. This should just be easy now, just to push. There it goes. Let's see where we are. This turned out to be a lot easier than I expected. Nowhere's near. Got it farther yet. Now, how did it ever get knocked out of place? It's an interesting question. Let me grab the string again. If you don't grab the string, then pulling on it will simply tighten the grip. And you'll really have a fight on your hand. Now that looks pretty good. Okay, let's take the radio down here. just a hair past 16. I'd say that's just a hair past 530. I'd say that's it. That's as good as we're going to get, because I don't have any real guidance on how to do this. So I think that's going to be it. Okay, so from here, now we're ready to really try to align this radio properly. So, try and take a little break, and we'll get on with the alignment side of it. I'm trying to figure out, oh, I think most of this dirt's on the outside. Oh my gosh, this is on the inside. So you could get at it by taking these screws out, and I think this whole front plate would come off, but then it's atomic time in here. How did it get like that? Looks like somebody wiped it with something wet and didn't remove all the dirt, and then, you know, it bunches up in little drops. Is that really? Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm fooling myself. Maybe it really is on the front. No? That's a drag. I'll have to think about that really hard. Yeah. Okay, no. Break time, break time. Okay, I think we're ready to start on what I hope is the final alignment for this radio. Oh my gosh, right away, here comes my cat. Let's get the radio on and warming up. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to get anywhere. Peanut, come back in half an hour. Maybe that did it. So the first thing we're going to do is the IF, so I need this to be 455 here. Okay. Right now the signal generator is powering this loop, and I'm hoping to shove this signal into the radio just through the antenna. Oh my gosh, come on, really? Peanut. Come on in. Push that door open. Come on. Yeah. You want to go outside? Here he comes. Yeah. Tell me about your day, Peanut. How's it going? What do you think? Not enough sun outside? What about going in the garage? Do you want to do that? Here comes your buddy. He's wondering what all the talk is. You guys want to go in the garage? What do you say? Okay, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Wow, maybe that's enough to confuse them. Okay, nothing like a distraction. That's what this is all about. This is all about distracting us from whatever else might be going on. Hey, he just came right through that door. Okay, you know what's happening here? I have to stop. I have to stop and go sit with my cat for a while. Peanut? Hey, Peanut. Peanut! Yeah. Okay, that was a pretty good start. Okay, let's try this again, but I cannot seem to make my cats happy. So he's going to be at the door again in a minute. Oh, yeah. I thought this was warming up all this time. Okay, so I think I was saying I was going to just hang this near the antenna and hope to pump the IF signal into the IF that way. And why don't I hook it up right to the tube grid and do what it's supposed to say? Because I'm lazy. This is just so much easier. Let's try it like this. We'll see how well this works. Whoops. Wow, I bet this doesn't work at all. Maybe that's what's happening here. Wow, okay, so this doesn't work one bit. Surprised. That's a little hard to believe. Okay, so what's happened here is I have the dial all the way to the left and it's shorting out the tuning capacitor. That shouldn't affect the IF, would it? How would that affect the IF? Because it's shorting out the antenna. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. There we are. Boy, that sounded just terrible. That sounded just terrible. And I kind of convinced myself that garbly sound was dealt with. Okay, what we'll do is we'll do this the way it says in the manual here. It says pin 7 of the 12BE6 via a point 1. BE6, pin number 7.1. Point 1. 12 BE6, 7 is the tricky to get this on here firmly. Let's try this way. That's better. Yeah. Okay. Now, I have the problem of what to do with the ground connection from here. Chassis or B minus. So, in the book here it says, what does it say? It says apply a 455 signal. Well, it doesn't say what to do with the negative, with the common lead from the signal generator. Radiation loop for most of it. Well, I would tend to hook this up to the B minus myself. Okay, let's try that. B minus. B minus. So go B minus. I'll use a little clip lead here. B minus. Pick it up right here. Wasn't exactly expecting that result. Okay. Perfect. So you can hear the heterodyne against other signals that are in this radio, either coming down from the antenna or there are oscillations in the radio itself. I think it's coming from the antenna because I can tune them in and out. So I think it's a station. So we'll go to a quiet spot here. And we'll give it just a little more power here. Let's try it about like that. So normally what you would do is you would cut that back and keep turning up the volume here. Let's check to make sure the meter's responding to the modulation. It's not really. Until you turn it up quite a bit. My ears aren't responding well either. Okay, it's definitely a problem here. Oh, for crying out. I think I'm tuning the radio and turning the volume control. I'm wondering why it's getting so... That's the short coming in. Short out. Where's that list I keep? You know, is this normal behavior? I think so. And what is right there? So the pointer is indicating I'm around 600 kilohertz. What is doing that? Let's get a little bit of it in there. Something to do with this? Nothing to do with this. What does this radio think it's picking up in my shop here? That's screamingly loud. So for some reason putting a power system ground onto the B- point on this radio, which is floating on a transformer otherwise, results in that oscillation. What if I stick it on the... I think it's going to hum. Nope. Okay, let's try that. Seem to like that better. Okay, no more screaming oscillation. Doesn't seem to be oh. I'm not sure what to make of that. Okay, I'm curious about the short that's in the end of the plates here. I still haven't fixed. So we'll do this. Stick this here, it's fairly quiet. Listen to that. Play a little tune there. garbly sort of sound is still there. I thought I got rid of that. Definitely has that garbly sort of sound to it there, even the noise. Okay, just gashed my finger here. What happened? Somehow I was sure I got rid of this garble, and now it's full back.
Thank you, John, and good afternoon to you, and good afternoon to Lear. And thank you very much, Lear, for your public service to keeping us informed on the all new developments.
So, let's see. This is a firmly grounded terminal. It's a black wire. Black wire is hooked up to the output transformer here and speaker. On the schematic it shows one of these is connected to the chassis. There's nothing visible that reveals that. There's nothing here that suggests there's a connection between here and the chassis, but I took the ohmmeter earlier and put it on there. Can't remember the number, but I remember thinking, yeah, it definitely is connected. We'll switch these around, see if it degarbles it. They're not hooked up right now, so.
Decide to lay you off permanently, in other words, to terminate your employment? The answer is yes, absolutely. They could do that today, they could do that in 6 months, they could do that at any time, but they have to pay your severance. They have to give you the full severance that you're owed under the law. So if that were to happen to you, whether it's because of COVID-19 or for any other unrelated reason,
I'd be careful. If that word goes out on my video will be classed as a COVID video. Hopefully it won't. Well, one solution is not to use a grounded meter like this one, but to use a meter that's just floating in space too. I'm going to have to do that. And I don't like using digital meters for this kind of stuff because you circumvent the natural capabilities you have when looking at images and replace it with difficult thought demands for thought. Okay. We don't want it there. We want this on AC. 2 volts. Oh boy, I don't like this.
900 help. Employmentlawyer.ca, but for this show, as you know.
Okay, we seem to have gotten rid of the hum problem so far. Once again, I'm going to go back to trying to inject the signal without connecting any of my equipment directly to the radio. Have it just kind of run free. Now, this really should come through.
To full severance.
Okay, we can do this here. And there we are, 455 there now. Chances are the IF is in good shape anyway. So how much of this is the hiss? It's about the quietest I can do it here. A little more power. Now we'll check and make sure this number has to do with the modulation. Yep. I can't do the bottom with the radio like this either. Gee, even when I touch this, it brings on that sound. Well, maybe it's because it's plugged into an isolation transformer. It's electrically extremely different from being plugged into a regular outlet. I should get this out of here. I don't need this making it more difficult. Okay, from underneath. There we are. You're not going to get any more out of this. It was adjusted fine already. This is the one I think I pushed into a tight spot. Yeah, down, 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 up, up. Keep going. Look at this. This one I got scared turning it. You can't really see it. So I've gone from 40 to 90 now because I think I was scared. That's a huge improvement there. just picking up stations without help. Okay, we did that. Now the next thing is a radiation loop. What am I doing? A radiation loop 1610. Adjust oscillator trimmer C1D. C1D. C1 is the big capacitor. Oscillator trimmer. Oscillator trimmer is the one on the outside. Okay. Let's go up to 1600. It said 1610. So I'm looking at it here. Again, 1610. We'll call that 1610. Let's see what happens over here. Take this, stick this back near the antenna. Wow, 1730. Oh, well, that would be because the pointer was way off, perhaps. Perhaps somebody did something when the pointer was way off. It's not way off now. So we got to get this come down to 16. Okay, did it come in a little bit? Nope. Okay, we want to go this way. Okay, oscillator adjustment. There it is. Let's see what this gets us. 1640 now. Tighten her up for 1610. There we are. Radio's now picking 1610 up at 1610. Now we're supposed to drop down to 1400 and adjust the antenna trimmer. So we'll get away from the very end of the capacitor. That's what it's saying. So that's around 1400 there. Doesn't have to be exactly 1400. We just have to have the radio tuned to the signal generator exactly. Near 1400. Ooh, 1325. Well, that could be 1325. Who knows? We'll tune it now for maximum on the meter here. Ooh. It's a little tough. This is just not fine enough. Okay, it's good enough. Can we make that number go bigger? by adjusting this antenna trimmer. Better not use this. What's going on here? Cannot put the screwdriver in the slot. Huh. What is going on? Okay. That's a long time to put a screwdriver in a slot. Here we go. Going way up. This is tightening the capacitor here. Way past. Something funny happening there. I gotta use this metal one briefly. Oh, can't even get near it with that. Okay, let's try this one. All plastic. Stiff. You can just leave my hand that far away. Okay. So I really think I've just kind of tuned it up on a chunk of noise. Let's move it a bit here. Get this out of the way. So the difficulty here is you're tuning the radio in a noisy environment. Some of the noise is not modulated. So as you tune it, you don't hear anything come out of the speaker. In fact, the radio will get quieter. And you think, oh, that's a good spot. Good quiet spot, nothing there. But in fact, all that's really happened is there is an unmodulated signal, noise signal of some sort, in there, and the AVC's been activated and it's quieted down the radio. You're in the worst situation now to try to do an alignment when you think you're in the best. So I just picked a spot where this hiss is a little louder, on the crazy notion that that's proof that there's no signal there. Now we'll try again. Hello, hello. Didn't I say we'll try again? You know, I hear it. The meter's got to be reading all that stuff combined. Why can't I get away from it? Because my theory was wrong. Because the garbly thing is throwing this radio off still. I don't know what to think of that. Let's go down. Let's go back down to where there's a station, a real McCoy one. There was one. Gone away.
automatically going to get CERB. So the government may take care of that for you already, depending on when you became eligible. But if it was beginning of March, then it's EI, but you still need a new record of employment from your employer.
Yeah. Okay, and again, if they're willing to do that, then contact your office.
You got it. Kick in the pants. That's all I'll do.
Thanks. Appreciate the call. It is now like 5821-5900. Your and the group health and employment lawyer.ca. But here and now, 416-870-6400. Jeff, thanks for standing by. How are you, pal?
Hey, good afternoon, guys. How are you?
Good. What's your question?
Question is, odds are, we're most likely not, I'm going into work tomorrow, but I got a feeling to be laid off in the construction industry, and I got a feeling obviously the job won't be delivering safety equipment to them. My question is, I have 4 sick days left. I got 2 weeks vacation. Will I need to, so I end up going on EI after? I guess my real question is, do I need to burn up all those hours before I even collect EI? Or do we go over the other way with the government, the $2,000 a month?
So you don't need to use that in order to qualify for the money from the government, but your employer may decide to make that decision for you. They may say, we're gonna make you use your vacation now, and they can if that's what they want, and in which case you may not want to, but you're gonna end up using it, and once that money runs out, that's when you're gonna qualify for money from the government. But if your employer is saying, well, it's up to you, if you want to use your vacation, use it, if not, don't worry about it. The employer is allowed to make that decision for you if they so choose.
Okay, and that being said, would I be either going on to EI after that, say, call it 3 weeks, would I be going on to EI, or would I be going on to the government program?
You'll be going on the CERB, which again will pay for a maximum of 16 weeks, and after 16 weeks, if you still are not working, then at that point you can shift over to EI, but you won't be going on EI, you'll be going on the CERB.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate that. It's such a minefield of information, man. Thanks for calling in. Good afternoon.
Thanks very much for taking my call. This is just a really simple question to answer. My EI ran out. Is there anything that I can, is there anything I can do to get?
So your EI ran out, and now you're not going to be working. So did it run out because you guess you lost your job at some point?
I lost my job, and I ran out in December, and I've been working. It's pretty tough to get a job anyhow.
Yeah, it's tough probably all over the province now. So here's the reality, and the government put this information on their website that no, if you expected to be able to go back to work, but you're not now because not too many people are hiring, then you don't qualify for that money, unfortunately. Even though strictly speaking, you're not going to be working because of the virus, because of the fact that you didn't lose your job because of the virus, then unfortunately this again, it's the twilight zone in the sense that you have losses. Clearly you would probably be working otherwise, and you're not going to be now. You still would not qualify for the CRB. That's fair. I don't agree with it, but that's what the
what's happening in Canada and what's happening in quite a few countries is that Canada has recognized that its normal systems, government systems, just can't handle anything like what's coming at it. For instance, applications for employment insurance. It just can't handle it. So the government saw this coming and it started adopting new programs over top of the existing programs, and with administration that amounts to almost nothing, which is a little scary. Just to rush the money out the door is kind of what they're working on. The old systems are complicated and they take a long time to put stuff through because the world is complicated, and you just heard the kind of story. Here's a guy who lost his job long before the virus came, and he's in the process of looking for work. His unemployment insurance has run out. Now the virus has come. There is no work, but he's out in the cold because he's one of these complicated scenarios, and the new system is just very simple. And so this is going to happen in all countries, that there's going to be people falling through the cracks of these very new, very simplistic systems that governments are going to attempt to use to push money out all over the place. So all I can say about all this is I just hope whatever happens, it remains orderly We don't dare enter into a state of disorder during this, because there'll be no getting out of it once we're into it. So I hope my government's listening to me right now. You think about it. When a war is being fought, and you'd think you pull out all the stops, you won't find any organization that keeps more detailed records than an army about who went where, when, and did what. It's unbelievable the level of record keeping that goes on while a war is happening. So please, Canadian government, don't lose control of all these things you're doing. Okay, that's my hope for today. Situation with this radio is, I think I've got as far with it as I can reasonably get. Don't think it really warrants any more attention, any more part changes or anything. It's actually come around fairly good. The gargling sound, I'm not really clear on what that is, but it appears to be very much related to the way I'm powering it from an outlet here. If I powered it from a regular outlet, well, what would happen? Let's find out. I happen to have a regular outlet handy here. Let's just give it a go. Now, okay, dangerous item on my bench now, not to forget. I'm going to spread the plate here. The capacitor plate, I almost kind of forgot. You can even see it in the camera. And,
My question is, I have from my employer last month, by the way, and I'm turning on ill, and they were scheduled for May 9th.
no more short. 590, 640, 680 with noise right beside it. Not too good with that one. Now, the French station. Right around here somewhere. What's that humming there? I don't think there's something right with this radio. I think there might be some more capacitors to work on in here. I just get the impression that there's too much feedback inside the radio. That everything just seems to me that's what's happening. But for today, oh yeah, that's right. That's the on-off switch. For today, I think I'm done. And tomorrow, I think I'll stick with this radio some more, and we'll look at changing a few more capacitors in it and see if we can't get rid of this rumbly, gumbly sound that's in it. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope you go on to enjoy your day. If you're staying home like you should, hopefully you're enjoying all that. And obviously, if you just watch this video, you must be sitting at home. So there we go. See you tomorrow. And good luck to everybody.